Hey. Welcome to A Dose of Rags, the podcast that now is 20 episodes old, right? A Dose of Rags with Jay and Dose, and of course me, Rags. Thanksgiving week just floated by, folks. How was your Thanksgiving, boys? Good?
Wonderful. Grilled some steaks. Got very little complaints. Got drunk. Got stoned.
So let me ask you this. Because you had steaks, were there any leftovers?
Yes. Some. Okay. And they're all finished. All of them.
Wow. So all leftovers are done within 4 days. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. As a vegetarian, can you reheat steaks? Is it just as good the next day and stuff like that?
You know what I did? First of all, they were about 1.5 inches thick, right? So I basically put them on the skillet for 1 minute each side. Boom. They weren't completely hot, but it's fine. Fried some eggs, had some steak and eggs.
The best way to reheat a steak, Jay, is to put it in a vegetarian's oven.
Dickhead.
Give you a little bit of marination for your next meal. No, but literally, Jay, I know we talked about this. You're going to your Friendsgiving. What happened there?
Friendsgiving was a lot of fun. It was kind of like an ethnic Friendsgiving. So we had like some Indian food. We had a lot of traditional American food. They did have a turkey as well.
Okay, here's the thing. How was the mac and cheese? Because I know you ain't eating much else.
The mac and cheese, actually, they did not have mac and cheese over
Whoa, there. What'd you eat then?
I had chili paneer.
Your nails? What'd you say? No.
Chili. They said my nails.
You had chili paneer.
Chili paneer.
What did you bring?
Chili paneer, Indo-Chinese food.
No, what did you bring? You brought that? Oh, so you ate that? So he's the guy that brings a tray and he just eats his shit.
Yeah, bro. People, the hosts loved it. It's a restaurant. We catered it.
Got it.
And biryani, a whole tray of biryani. So I had some of that. Okay. I had the guacamole. I had like all the apps, like
nice
stuff in the beginning.
Wait. Okay, so hold on. Wait. What did you say? Cheese paneer? That's what you brought? Cheese paneer?
Like spicy
chili paneer. Paneer is cheese. Yeah.
Chili paneer.
Yeah.
Was it finished? Did you guys finish it?
Yeah, it was good. We had a little bit of leftovers the next day.
If you didn't finish it, would you have taken it home?
I did. Whatever leftovers we had, I took it home. There was a little bit left.
So you brought food to a party and then you brought it back home?
They're not going to finish it. Like they told me in advance, like you take that home. There was so much extra food. Like everyone brought so much extra.
I also go to a Thanksgiving. Sorry to cut you. By the way, where there's tons of leftovers you all take home. And this year I elected not to because I felt so fat and so bloated after Thanksgiving that I was laying there. And again, my dog his head is midair, just sleeping, dude. Like that's how I gave him so much turkey. He was basically high off the tryptophan or whatever the hell is inside that shit.
So I'll tell you the 3 things I brought home. I brought home that pumpkin pie cheesecake.
What?
I obviously am a huge chili paneer fan, so I brought that.
I'm so impressed.
Bro, it is delicious, bro. I'm telling you.
What else you bring home?
All right, move on from that.
All right, and the 2 desserts. I'm not a big pumpkin pie person, but this pumpkin pie cheesecake was amazing. Well, and the apple pie I brought home.
What? You should be on Martha Stewart's show because this is fascinating. Fascinating work, Jay. Right. Anyway, I didn't bring shit home because that would be boring to talk about. Look, I honestly, after Thanksgiving, you know what it made me realize? There's not a lot of July late birthdays. And you know why? Because it's hard to fuck after Thanksgiving. Let me ask you guys, this comes to my next question. Have you ever banged on Thanksgiving evening after the long meal, after just all the racket?
Huh.
That's a good question.
That's an excellent question. And as far as I can remember, the answer to that question is no for me. Hard no.
Well, Jay, you're a vegetarian, so it's got to be easier for you.
What are the benefits of being a vegetarian? I don't get that tryptophan in. My blood's flowing and I keep going, baby. Absolutely.
So you have had relations on Thanksgiving night?
Hell yeah.
Well, we gotta hear about it. You gotta...
It's what people I've dated, obviously. You know what I mean?
We hope that.
Well, they always. So here's the things. I'm like what do you call it? I don't have my whole family, so I go to someone else's house for Thanksgiving. So I always got to get a +1 to go to whoever's house I'm going to on Thanksgiving. And yeah, we eat over
you
there.
have to explain that to us, but okay. I had to have a +1 to go to. It's not a wedding.
It's a little weird because I have to go somewhere else for Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like I never have like a family, my own family thing.
Okay, you never went to your significant other's family's house during Thanksgiving?
One time it was very awkward.
Why was it awkward? They try to put turkey in your mouth? Like, what do you mean?
Not even turkey. Though. She Trini and they like had whole pigs roasting on the joint, and that I can't like that shit just like.
So
that
what
shit
did,
just,
okay, what did it make you do?
nothing. It's disgusting me when I see that shit. Like she gave me a pre-warning.
I mean, bro,
like,
you understand? You've been around a lot of meat. This is America.
I have, but but when I see the whole animal, it makes me feel a certain way. That's why they hide that shit and prepackage this shit. It just
I gotta admit, when you see the pig's face, it kind of messes with your head a little bit. Like, poor bastard. Have you seen? There's an African guy who will literally cook the whole animal, and he eats the face. And that guy,
I saw that. No, today was like a cow or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's
I saw
what
that.
I saw, and I was like, should we talk about that? But I don't want to bring it up because I go, this is
He's been doing something different every week.
the way he eats it. It's almost like he's obviously trying to be disgusting, right? Eating the nose and the boogers and just like
So here's the thing. I'm like, I don't know what to pay attention to because his lips are so crusty. Like he's got shit. Like I didn't like. You see that shit? Like his lips are so chapped and he's got like white pieces hanging off it. Like I'm so like I don't know what the fuck to concentrate on. It's so many different thoughts running through my head.
I'm afraid of what the next bite's gonna be when I be seeing him eat the face. Oh God.
I want to get back to Jay's sexual relations.
Yes.
Now, my question is this, Jay. You said that you get invited to friends' houses and then you bring your +1, who is your significant other, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Do you do it in your friend's house as well, or do you guys take it someplace else at some kind of Motel 6?
No, we'll go back to the crib after that.
I'll tell you what Jay did one year. He fucked a turkey back out of the bridge. You know what I'm saying? He was hate banging her. Get that turkey out of here.
Well, here's the other thing about me. Y'all know I kind of eat like a bird. Like I don't like the feeling of being full, overly full ever.
I love that feeling, bro. That's how I go to sleep at night. Deep sleep.
So the only time I like it is if I'm drunk and I eat at the end of the night. Then I'll stuff myself and pass the hell out. But like normally I can't eat that.
Well, thank God you're not a pothead because you would be doing that every night. Oh God. Well, speaking of that, I do have my plans now. Well, actually, no. Jay, go ahead. I want to talk about the sex. How was the sex?
Sex is always great. Always good. My blood's always flowing.
There had to be a time where he kind of just had half a heart on, just like fell over and just passed out after trying to enter. Like you had like skim milk or whatever they call it.
Skim milk. Oh my! That's some skim milk.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I mean, come on. You had to have eaten a little bit extra and drank a little too much, and you know.
Yeah, they call it whiskey dick for a reason, though. Keeps you solid longer.
No, it keeps you fucking. That's wait. Do you not even know the definition of whiskey dick? Whiskey dick means you can't get the best hard on, and on top of that, you can't come either.
See, I thought it was because it made you perform well.
No, whiskey dick means that you can last a long time, but you're never at your best. From what I understand, Dos, am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. From what I understand.
Well, I want to Google this right now.
Well, there's one way to one way to find out,
Let's
guys.
Google the exact definition of whiskey dick.
Oh,
It's a slang term for alcohol-related ED.
Yeah, there you go. See? CJ is a vegetarian. The whole time he's like, I got that whiskey dick. I'm going to give it to you good tonight with that whiskey dick.
So, Jay, as you were, whiskey dick, and then what happened?
yeah. So we were all drinking whiskey back in the day, either Henny or black or some shit like.
Well, Henny's cognac.
Henny is cognac, right? With some kind of dark liquor.
So that gives you, Henny gives you, let's see, that's the thing here. Henny will give you that. Your rod might be good in Henny. It doesn't give you whiskey dick. It gives you that cognac dick.
We'd be super horny after that. We get the little signals to excuse ourselves, and we go either her crib, my crib
And
afterwards.
did she say, Jay, just shut up and fuck me already?
Oh,
I'm kidding.
man.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Now, go ahead though. Finish.
Now, so what I want to know is, remember how we talked last episode about the day before Thanksgiving being the biggest party night? So I want to ask you guys, like, did you guys wild out?
I actually caved and went to the bar Wednesday night. I went to a News Brothers bar at the end of the night.
And
Oh, shit. I was at the other bar.
you were at Caddyshack.
Yes, I heard some crazy things which I wanted to bring up to you guys. So I go there, right?
This is gonna go
I
right
thought,
there.
we have a-
Let's go. Come on.
So as soon as I get there, Reef's like, "Why'd you come to holler at some underage chicks?" I was like, "What are you talking about, Reef?" He's like, "Go outside." So we go there. It's West Windsor South's 5-year reunion at Caddyshack. I was like, "Oh shit!" So that's why he said it, and I was shocked. So to our viewers, all of us graduated from the same same district, but there was not a single number one non-Indian person. Everybody was Indian. It wasn't when we grew up. It was a mix. Like there was a whole bunch of like
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
so diverse.
no offense, they got a little bit corny over there. You know what I'm saying? It's a very studious school right now. It's very much. I mean, it was a very good school back when we went, but we were the bad guys. Some of the bad guys, not like all the bad guys, but there's plenty of bad guys. We were a few of them, and we were hustling a little bit, selling a little herb, doing our thing. Trying to make our mark, trying to fit into the cool group, or just trying to be cool for a second, whatever you want to call it. But I guess we paved the way for the district to be cleaned up.
But every single person was Indian over there, which shocked me. Second of all, the bartenders, you know what they told me? That these Indian people, they talk to them like peasants, like treated them like shit when they're.
What do you mean? What do you mean by
Like
that?
they talk down to them, like you know what I mean? Like
So these people at the reunion, these high school kids that are there, or these former high school kids that are there for a reunion, we're talking down to the Caddyshack bartenders. Is that what you mean?
yes, yep, exactly, and that disappointed me the most.
These kids in age. Let me put it to you in some type of perspective here. Reef, I'm not going to mention his daughter's name, but she has almost had her 5-year reunion. Which is crazy. Dose, one of your daughters, possibly is going to be at her 10-year reunion soon, right?
Sounds about right.
I was like, we're old as shit. So you're saying it was reverse racism, Indian going up to the bar and telling the bartender who was not Indian, right? What was the bartender?
Yeah, they're
White?
just white.
So the racist, talking down to them. So kind of this like pompous, I'm better than you attitude.
100%.
Shit, you haven't been around Indians before?
No, not Indian. Not every Indian. Were we like that? Not every Indian's like that, bro. That's what. Enough.
Let me tell you, Jay, like you just said, why does it surprise you? They grew up all around Indians, right? They themselves have a superiority complex because we are the majority. So it's just like white people, right? When they ran that school, and we had the complex, and they, come on, doesn't it seem like this would be the natural?
So I didn't think of it as an Indian, not anything. I took it as they grew up rich, right? And we're west of the south, so I'll give you a really quick story, right? All right, I'm coming from my friend's parents' house. It's about 2 a.m. on a dark single lane road, right? All of a sudden, I see this car in front of me. I'm like, why the hell is he pulled over? No hazard lights, nothing. So I slowly creep by the car. There's a young Indian dude, must be just out of high school or whatever. So I pull over in front of him. I was like, yo, are you okay? This dude is clearly hammered. His whole front side of his whip is banged the hell up. This guy swerved onto the ditch on the railing. And being like, we fucked around when we were kids. I wanted to try to help this guy. He's like, sir, can you please help me? So I tried to help the kid out. I felt bad for him. I was like, clearly he's drunk. He fucked up. I tried to get in his car. There's no way this fucking car was starting. He banged that shit up so bad. There's a parking lot across the street. I was trying to park his car. I would have driven him to his parents' house. Couldn't do shit. So I had to leave trouble.
So you just left the guy there.
I had no choice. I couldn't help him out. I tried my best.
You call a tow truck and say you were driving.
The tow truck's affiliated with the police.
So if you're saying you're driving, you park your car on the other side, say I was driving, I got in an accident, he was my passenger, I was designated driver for him.
I mean, whose car's this one, right?
No, you
right
park that into, you take the right in, or whoever.
There's no other road. That's what I'm saying. There's no other roads over there.
You could have been a little bit more creative, Dose. Don't you agree?
I literally tried, bro. I tried everything to help the kid out. Like,
I'm just trying to figure out. Are you wearing a turtleneck?
mock neck.
It looks so confused.
Mock neck of Wu-Tang Christmas sweater.
Oh, that's part of the sweater.
Part of the sweater.
By the way, just a a disclaimer for everyone. Jay just came from his Christmas party. It's holiday party season, folks. So
That's right. And this, all right, look. The point of the story is this was a BMW car. I never had no BMW in high school, right? And then 3 weeks later, in the papers, I read Indian kid kills his best friend in a Tesla, high school kid, driving drunk and crashing into things. So I'm just like, yo, these Indian kids in West Windsor are driving like these luxury cars.
but that's normal.
It's not normal. We didn't grow up like that. That's what I'm saying. Even today, my parents would not buy me a luxury car, even if I grew up today.
I had a freaking Trans Am when I was in high school. Okay,
Exactly, Rex. You understand my point.
that was a luxury car.
Remember, you drove a wagon, bro. I remember that van, the Rags van, bro. The Rags mobile, bro.
Dose, in high school, did I not have a nice car? Comparatively.
Trans Am,
Yes,
baby.
very nice car.
Sure.
Look, I would tell you, and Jay, this is West Windsor. This is not specific to anybody else. A lot of the kids we grew up with, class of 95, 6, and 97, had really nice cars, man.
Yep.
It was just the way it is. It's not a race
Not all of
thing.
them.
It's called, listen, first of all, Jay, when your parents are rich, you're going to drive their car, right? And they're usually going to have a nice car if they live in a nice area, right? So I think it's not a race thing anyway. So,
No, I didn't think it was a race thing, but that's what I'm saying.
yeah, but I don't think it's changed that much. I think that...
You really don't think so? BMW?
I think rich kids are going to drive... West Windsor kids are always going to have nice cars.
We grew up in West Windsor. How many of us had nice cars? BMWs, Mercedes. Did we ever drive any of those cars?
We didn't, but all of our friends did. Right?
Who? My friends are your brothers. None of us had that.
I'm not named up. There were a lot of kids in my grade that had really, really nice cars or like brand new car.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I had a 1986 Camry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just happy to have a car, and I didn't give a shit.
All
So
right.
I was,
Just happy to have a car. Exactly like you said. And talking down to people, you don't think, like, would you ever disrespect a bartender?
Jay, it's majority minority. You go anywhere, and the majority is always going to think they're better than the minority. And in this case, it's Indians in West Windsor, right? It's just the way it is, and it's just the way it is. And look, if you go to a place in Africa and it's all black people, and there's a few white people, the white people are going to be treated a little bit shittier, right? That's the way life works. That's human nature. That's human nature.
Racing. I don't think it's an indie thing. I just think this generation is so spoiled. They didn't, like, they're given everything. Like, there's...
Jay, it's not a generation thing. White people in West Windsor in our year were very pompous, okay? They were the majority, okay? They were extremely pompous, bro.
In our generation, right, but it's different. But we never talked to nobody like that.
Okay, but oh my God. I keep telling you, our generation, it doesn't matter me or you, okay? Generation. Stop thinking, whenever I say generation, you have to remember, I'm talking about a group of people. I'm not talking about you and me specifically, right? So understand, okay? So just because you didn't talk like that doesn't mean a bunch of people in your class didn't do that.
All right, so you're saying there's no change between when we grew up and what they grew up.
I'd say this is not a thing about change. I'd say this is a majority-minority thing, okay? That's my opinion. You know, I've also met plenty of Indians in West Windsor who are extremely humble, who are nice kids, right? I got to disagree with you there. I think that, of course, if it's a majority all Indians, you're going to have a bunch of Indian households. That's life. You're saying the whole generation is pompous. So you're saying, let me ask you this. So you're saying your nieces who are in that generation, they treat people like that?
They don't.
Okay, then. Oh, my God. You're disproving your own points.
No, I'm not. Because that's what I'm saying. Because Ferdo's daughter's not like that. She's one of the nicest
She's
people.
way older than your fucking nieces, dummy. She's closer to our generation.
Did you just say her his daughter's close to the generation that graduated high school?
He said close to her 10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary.
Listen,
all
what
right.
I'm saying to you is this, Shay. Let me say this. You just said this, though. You said, is it a generation thing? I just proved it wasn't a generation thing. And you just proved me right. Because you said your nieces are not like that.
Because we educated them. Our generation did.
Stop it, Jay. Stop. No. Stop it.
Dude, I just told you a whole bar that treated people like shit, right? And you name one person. So how the fuck did that prove me wrong?
Because you're saying a whole generation is like that. And I said that they're not. That's all I'm proving. All right. So, Jay, we will agree to disagree. Because this got off the rails. You believe it's a generational thing. I believe it's a majority-minority thing. Now, I do agree that the generations obviously are very different. Ours and the younger generation. But I believe in this case, it's specific to West Windsor being taken over by brown people and Asians. But that brings me to our next topic. You had your holiday party night, Jay, right? Dose, when is your party?
February.
Let me ask you this as a man. I always used to fantasize about the holiday party, right? You get a little banged up. You know, you see this, the secretary. You give her a little wink. And then before you know it, you kind of get a little kiss in the corner. Maybe when I was younger, I was thinking about having a quickie in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But has that fantasy happened to either of you? The Christmas hookup, which again, our whole lives, all you see on TV is the Christmas party hookup. What's this shit called? The freaking single toe? What is it?
Mistletoe.
Single toe.
Yeah.
The mistletoe kiss. Has it happened to you guys? It's happened to me once, and let me tell you, I still masturbate to it.
What, you masturbate to a mistletoe kiss?
To the experience of you know what I'm saying?
Of a mistletoe kiss?
The girl was all into me because I was talking with all the co-workers and making everybody laugh. And then I seen her give me the eye. And then later on, you know what I'm saying? We hooked up. So to me, that was a fantasy come true because my whole life watching American TV and movies, it was about the Christmas holiday party hookup, right?
Did you or did you not kiss underneath the mistletoe with this girl?
No, we had to hide because she was my client. Well, she was our company's client. She wasn't even at the company client. And we had to keep it nice and down low. That's what made it so sexy.
Was it somewhat recent? Was it somewhat recent?
No, this is going back maybe 15 years, a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, we had to be half the fun of again of that type of thing is hush, hush, keep it quiet. No, and then it's funny. Everyone found out. Of course.
Really?
Yeah, because my bosses grilled me. We know you left with her, and I was like, oh god. And then I'm like, she told her coworker, and that guy was good friends with my boss, and eventually it all got out, man. So tell me, what did you guys? Jay, I heard you lost your virginity at the West Windsor Plains for Christmas party.
No.
To some guy who fucking totaled his car.
I've actually been scorned about workplace hookups because I had a bad incident after college with the workplace hookup.
Oh, there we go. We got it now. There we go. What happened?
All right, so I was working for this big finance company, right? I was dating this chick.
I remember this company. We'll call it Daryl Kinch.
Yeah, there you go, Daryl Kinch, right? So I thought I was slick, right? So we knew that certain words in the emails get flagged, right? So we made sure not to use those words, but everything between this girl.
What was the word? Uncircumcised?
Oh, she loved that, by the way. She loved it.
All right. Sorry to cut you.
All right. But yeah, so during the day, a lot of our conversations would be sexual in nature. We'd make sure not
over email?
Over email, back and forth.
Wow.
Back and
you guys
forth.
are wild.
I know. It was crazy. But then I'm
afraid to send a smiley face over email. You know what I'm saying? This guy's talking about I'm gonna put it in you raw. What are you?
I just remember it was, and I had two bosses, right? One was a female. She was kind of attracted. She was like this like thick Italian type chick. And one was a male. And then they called me to the office.
You describe her as a big Italian type of chick.
Thick.
So
Thick.
was this basically the same thing as sexting? You know, like texting, like
Yeah.
sexting over text. Is it by through email?
Through email. Those emails on Outlook could go through in like 1 minute. Probably all of us were like emailing each other back and forth.
Sexting through Outlook.
Wait, you're having a 4-way email sexting? Wait, what?
No, I'm saying all of us to get through the day would just be emailing each other back and forth.
Kind of like the group text. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what happened?
So one day I go into the office and I had no idea about this.
Wait. Let me guess. You didn't have a condom and you put a twisty tie at the end of your uncircumcised dick. I'm kidding.
So they sit me down. There's a stack of papers in their hand,
Okay.
right? And they're like, they hand it to me and I'm reading it. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm just reading the entire convo between me and this chick.
You're an idiot.
Sexual nature. And
You're such an idiot.
and my boss, she had a little smirk on her face. When she must have gone through this whole like dirty back and forth.
You keep telling yourself that.
She did have a smirk on her face, man.
Yeah.
Let me live, okay? This is Rags' mistletoe shit, okay?
So that probably set you off, right? That she was kind of like turned on by it.
Yeah, she was. And, I'll never forget that. This was years ago. I'll never forget that
Of
shit.
course.
Stuck in my mind. Stuck in my
Wow.
mind.
So that is kind of, basically turned you off from workplace flings. Now listen, workplace. I will never do a workplace fling again. I had backfired in my face. People stay away from people at work, no matter how. It's so weird because you get so close to these people, right? And that you spend more time with these people than you do your own family. At
Yeah.
some point, unless you're working remote, and it gets so the sexual tension. You can literally cut it with a knife sometimes, right? Because remember, to women, what's attractive is confidence, assertiveness, sense of humor, right? So a man just being himself, if he has those things, she might not be able to help herself. Now, what attracts a man is usually visual, right? And women dressed in those workplace outfits are so sexy. God damn. Like, it's, man, I remember when women were on the skirts or, it's easy for a woman to dress sexy, right? Whereas, men, we're not good at it, right? So, yeah. All right. Dos, what about you?
Well, as you know, Rags, I'm happily married. You have to go back
I mean, I'm going back. Yeah, I'm going back 20 years.
way back. I can't remember if it was a holiday party hookup. Damn sure it wasn't no goddamn mistletoe. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't think I've ever been under maybe with my wife. One of those mobile mistletoes where you just walk around over your fucking head trying to get like a cheap little kiss. I can't remember actually that ever happening during a holiday party.
I had it happen in the perfect place, but it wasn't a Christmas party, but it was the phone booth. The photo booth. And I was with this chick's like, let's go take a photo, and then boom, right there. You know what I'm saying? It was all on videos, on there's pictures. But yeah, oh man.
And you left the pictures in the phone booth?
No,
in the photo booth?
No, I took them for later.
Gotta go to work on those.
Woo! All right, enough. Listen, enjoy your holiday parties, guys, because it's the best time of year. It's the happiest you're gonna see your boss. You know what I'm saying? It's the happiest you're gonna see everybody in the office, including the people that hate each other. All right, Black Friday. What happened on Black Friday, man? Did you guys shop? Did you guys cop anything? What happened?
What the hell did I do on Black Friday, bro? I don't even fucking remember what I did on Black Friday. Did I even do anything on Black Friday? No, I didn't do shit on Black Friday. I had a lazy, boring weekend, man. I had a lazy, boring, long weekend.
I have
completely lazy.
That's just those are the best weekends. To take time slow and let the hours go by rather than rushing around before you know it's Monday and you hate your life again. But I think we need to rename Black Friday Brown Friday. The cheapest people in the world are brown. Whether it's Indians or Jews, I don't know. But guess what? Black Friday doesn't do it justice. Now, if you call it Brown Friday, I'll be proud. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm proud how frugal we are, baby. You guys agree?
You make a very valid point. You make a very valid point. Based on that premise, very valid point.
There we go. All right. So you know what's annoying to me is on Black Friday, you get texts, you get emails from every single company you've ever done business with in your life. You know what I mean? You literally, even if you haven't done business, if you just signed up for the 20% off the first thing and you still never bought it, these companies are bothering. They are on your ass. So, I bought that hoodie. I bought that nice bamboo hoodie. And look how many texts I got from November 12th to today. And I want you to show these.
So they're spamming you now?
Oh, bro. Well, that's what all these places do. They're begging for your business. It's like that ex-girlfriend that just can't stop, won't leave you alone. Every moment she's texting you, bro. You're going to text me every day. Oh, it's just, you only got 24 days left before. Shut the fuck up, okay? I know you had given me the option to buy your merchandise. And I'm choosing. Just, listen, again, you got to go through all this. Is how many of these texts? Count them. Pages.
9, 10, 11, 12. 12.
Okay. So that's 3 to 4. So that's 36 to 48 texts. So we'll call it even at 42. Okay? 42.
Between November 13th and today.
Dude, 42 fucking texts. I got your point. Like, we shouldn't even call this holiday season. We should call this unsubscribe season, right? Because it's time. Get off my back, bro. I just gave you some money.
Yo.
Let me ask you, did you find this company through like one of those Instagram sponsored ads
my
and
boy
shit?
told me you had the best hoodie in the world. Remember I told you, and I bought that freaking thing, and now they're just not. Bro,
Shit.
you know who does that, Jay? And I love this company. True Classic. It's so annoying. Bro, I bought 100 shirts from you. How many do you think I can wear?
By the way, you said that it should be unsubscribe season. I unsubscribed to like 50 to just today. One of them was the one you just mentioned right there.
I was so mad at the company. I unsubscribe, just to fuck with their heads. God damn it! Like, leave me alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they don't. There's no one managing that directly. That's all.
I know,
like,
but
automated.
you know what? That does get tallied in the system, especially with the new AI shit. And the robots can be all confused. Well, he liked us for a second. You know, he's not gonna figure out why I subscribed. I'm trying to throw them off.
The robot's gonna just be like, he's just confused. He really loves us. He doesn't know me yet, so we're gonna pound him away.
Oh. So Black Friday, is it a scam? Because Christmas sales are around the corner. That's where you got to move the most merchandise. That's what your boss is going to look at you as a person who is in marketing or whatever and be like, why haven't you moved all our Christmas, stock? Isn't that when the real deals hit? Or am I wrong? Because I was arguing with someone just yesterday. They're like, "No, man, you're an idiot." They're like, "The Black Friday sales are ending. You're missing out on your deal." Because I'm looking for a good trimmer, and they're like, "You're gonna miss out."
You still looking for that?
No, I said I was gonna buy it before Christmas. And obviously, you can tell I ain't trimmed it.
Okay, so look, a couple of things, right? Traditionally speaking, the Black Friday deals were the bigger deals.
Yeah.
Traditionally, that's changed over the last 5 to 10 years. They've extended Black Friday.
Yeah.
They've started Black Friday early, right? Or basically, you got these Black Friday kind of prices all through the holidays.
Yeah.
But I'll say something else too about this. You mentioned scam. I think there's a potential scam another kind of way. I've seen a lot of things on viral, particularly Target, where they had these Black Friday deals in Target with the price tags. You got consumers taking that price tag off. What's underneath? Another price tag with the standard price. Same exact dollar.
You hear about
amount.
this scam, and then it happens. Wow. Target's doing that? Man, fuck you, Target. I always went to you over Walmart, too, you pricks.
They've just downgraded from Target back to Target.
That's just like straight up, like, once you do that to someone, they can never trust you again, right?
Exactly.
Think about the Indian. Think about the Indian that figured out. Let me take the price off. And then there's another price, and like, let me do it again. And they keep on tearing off prices.
Oh, actually, Rags, you read my mind with that. I was literally gonna ask that question, right? Because from what I remember, Black Friday when TVs were mad expensive, so everyone tried to rush in early morning to get that early bird special to get the TVs. Now TVs are dirt cheap. Like
Mhm.
you get a 60-inch for a few $100, you know.
Yeah.
And now we have Cyber Monday, the same deals, like all throughout that week.
Cyber Monday
Yeah.
used to be when you and your girl had emails, sex at work.
So I don't think the whole Black Friday thing is what it was, you know.
It isn't, and I'll add something else there, right? I didn't go Black Friday shopping, but I did buy something on Tuesday from Best Buy.
Today.
Why?
Today or last Tuesday?
A week ago.
Gotcha.
Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Why? Because I found that it was on sale all week. PlayStation 5 was $75 off. So I bought myself a PlayStation 5. I had been waiting patiently.
So let's put it.
for a
Wait. Now we're gonna put this to the test. So, episode in 2 weeks before Christmas, 14 days from now is 12/17. Actually, 12/24. 3 weeks from now, right? The episode after Christmas Eve. I want to see that price of that PlayStation, see the difference, so we can figure out if we're right or wrong.
How much was it? Those
I can tell you that for a fact, 100% sure that I know that was a discount. Now, whether they stay down on that price,
That's what
is
I'm
another
saying.
story.
That's my main
but
thing.
I've been monitoring this console since it released. You know, at least a few times a year just to see.
Yeah, I know you got a better deal.
Well, how much did you pay for it, Dose? Because I was looking for one too.
$375 after the discount.
$375? Holy
Yeah.
shit!
So the digital
digital only
console.
one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now the disc one is also on sale, but that's $25
Last system
more.
I bought was Nintendo. Sorry.
No, I was literally looking at PS5. I was in Costco 2 days ago trying to find. It was $489 and $449 for the digital only. Wow.
Best Buy at Walmart. They had the discounts.
All
So
right,
we'll put
let's
it to the
flip
test. We'll see if it's a better price in 3 weeks.
Good idea.
And
Good
that
idea.
way we can find out because it's so confusing with all these. They scare you in. You got 12 hours left. Buy now.
And by the way, I bought that shit for myself, but my kids saw that shit and they were just going ape shit when they saw it
They
when I
were
walked in
loving
that
it.
house.
Of course.
Oh, my God.
Let's be honest, Dose. That's a gift for your kids.
It kind of is.
You're
I
gonna
mean,
play.
I had to buy.
I'm gonna say, but
I copped Spider-Man 2 for my little man, and he's just
Yeah.
going
He
completely
loves
ape
it,
shit
huh?
over it.
it's a family gift, which is nice. To get for your family. All right, so let's move on because we're running out of time. So, guys, I had to bring this up. I know we don't like to talk about this, but I think it should add on well to what we again have discussed before. Diddy is all over the news again. Listen, and I didn't want to bring it up, but now it's a big time to bring up Diddy because, okay, he was denied bail for his third time, and the main reason he's denied bail is because he's making a mockery of the jail system. Okay, he's using and I remember I had a little problem and I was in the jail for a little bit. I know for a fact that the way you do favors for other prisoners, other inmates, is you make a call and then your boy will three-way their friend in, right? So you do three-way calls. This is a normal practice in jail, right? But he's using other prisoners' numbers. They're cleaning his cell. Like he's buying them commissary. Like he has a whole system organized. And yeah, listen, most of these prisoners are completely broke. They have no choice, and they're not looking at Diddy as a pedophile, right? Because usually pedophiles get crushed in jail. So it's so weird that they're able to differentiate and say Diddy is not a pedophile. But let's look at the reason I really bring this up today. I want to bring this up. This is very important. Diddy has now been accused by Jamie Foxx of poisoning him, which is humongous because now we're starting to get into the real juice. Remember, those people are like, I don't see what he did wrong. Well, now we're starting to see some of the stuff that he's done wrong. He also blew up Kid Cudi's car. Now, we're going to get back into the Jamie Foxx thing, but I just want to mention this list. Kid Cudi's car for flirting with Cassie, for being a friend to Cassie. And here's the shocker here. And a lawsuit just came out yesterday. Brianna Bangaloan, this Asian chick who was friends with Cassie, a fashion designer, whatever.
Can you say that name 5 times fast?
Brianna Bangalona. Sounds like Jay's neighbor, you know what I'm saying, in India. No, but like, she was dangled off a 17th floor balcony. Like Vanilla Ice by Suge Knight.
Vanilla Ice style?
Yeah,
Oh,
dangled.
shit.
Now, Diddy was all like he was drunk and high on something, and she was all drunk and high on something. Imagine you're drunk and high on something, and Diddy's running. You run to the balcony. You're scared of the guy because he's chasing you around the apartment, and then he gets all drunk and he holds you and dangles you over the balcony. How scary that would be!
Diddy did that?
Diddy was the one dangling?
Dangling her over the balcony.
Himself?
And
He did it himself?
Yes, and Cassie mentioned this in her lawsuit over November 2023.
Damn.
So that's very
did he
true.
pull the Suge Knight? Oh, damn.
Exactly, man. So you got to wonder. They're talking about, so the Joe Rogan podcast mentioned this. They're talking about people died from pneumonia from this guy poisoning them. They're talking about this guy has done a lot of evil stuff that we don't have any idea about. And now it makes me think, again, Justin Bieber, like, what the hell did he do to that poor kid? Like, oh my God, bro. What this guy has done. This guy is so evil. And remember, we all used to make such fun of this guy. Oh, and again, we are little brown kids, like, oh man, Diddy ain't we're from the suburbs, like Diddy, he's whack as hell. Like, I mean, he was a whack rapper, but even we questioned his credentials. We're like, yo, he making LOS for them shiny suits, like everything Diddy did was like not hood, right?
We didn't view him as like a kind of like a street guy who would be very, very, or we didn't view him as an intimidating figure. We viewed him quite the opposite, actually. We viewed him as someone that was just kind of had a little sugar in his tank, which he kind of does, but that's beside the point. But that's how we viewed him. We didn't view him as some intimidating figure. No,
he was wearing shiny big jumpsuits and he was doing his little dances, like he has hat to the side, like, and he was just like, okay, he made himself look like this weird party, like just this guy who's like a party producer, right? It was nothing more than that.
I have a theory on Diddy, and this is something like I've observed, right? Do you guys remember that show Making the Band?
Yeah,
from early 2000s, right?
Sure,
So,
MTV. Yeah.
MTV, right? So Diddy was always looked at a certain way up to that point, right? Like just the party dude, right? And then when Pac got killed and Suge Knight went to jail, Making the Band came out, right? And it showed Puff in a light which I've never seen him, as this super tough guy. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Because everything we knew about Puff growing up was just the guy in the background dancing the happy-go-lucky ass dude. And then on that specific show, he became a super tough guy, making people walk to fucking Brooklyn to get him cheesecake. You know what? I'm like, this guy really wants to be. For me, it looked like he was portraying Suge Knight.
We ignored the clear sign. Mace left the industry. Clear sign. Biggie's dead. Tupac's dead.
That's what they fed into it, because all his worries and problems. So now he could be anything. Like, I feel like that's when he became a complete egomaniac after that, you know?
We look at Drake as a pussy, right? Who knows what the truth is about this guy, but his career is over. I was right about that one, fellas. I told you guys his career has got to be over, man. And it really is. He's now suing people like, he's resorting.
He's suing his own. He's suing his own record label.
I know.
Is it his record label, Kendrick's record, or do they have the same record label? Like, that's what I was trying to understand. I thought he was suing Kendrick's record label for.
I was not aware that him and Kendrick have the same record label or not, but I thought it was his own record label. That's what I thought. Now maybe I read it wrong.
I think it is. It's his. Yeah, they're like he's suing his own family or something. It's some weird shit going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, you just never know who these people are because they're always portrayed a certain way by publicists, by media.
Drake, and by the way, I don't want to go into the whole Drake topic right now, but Drake fucking had this coming too. He dicked over so many artists that he signed. He signed artists with the intent to dick them over down the road.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Just buying them, then giving them money, and then just keeping them idle so they couldn't put anything out. I've seen that. He's just an evil person who is now getting his karma. Thank God. Now Diddy never got his karma. Diddy lived a long, he had a long career, and we're talking about 30-year career before he finally got into it because of Cassie, because he tried to kill Jamie Foxx. By the way, that's December 10th on Netflix. Make sure you watch that because Jamie Foxx is going to talk about that. He said he went to the FBI. I mean, and you know how afraid were these people of him? right?
You know,
So what is it actually? Is it a Jamie Foxx stand-up special, or is it just about like Jamie Foxx
No,
talking
it's
about
a
Diddy?
stand-up
No,
special,
it's a
but I'm
stand-up
looking at it
special.
more like a one-man
Okay.
show type of thing, right?
Yeah,
Because he
he's
hasn't
done
been
this
on
before,
stage in
yeah.
18 years.
Right.
It's going to be a little bit, and he's talking about what the name of the special is. What had happened was. So it's very
Ooh.
specific to the Diddy story, I think, and he cries on stage apparently. So it's very.
Oh, he already recorded.
emotional.
He recorded it already.
Oh,
They
yeah,
recorded it
December
already.
10th is the release date on it. Listen, we got a week.
1 week. I can't
1
wait.
week from now.
All right.
You
and,
know,
and allegedly he claims that what he was, whatever he got poisoned with led to his medical issues down the road too, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, that's a crazy allegation. That is a crazy ass
Everybody-
allegation.
The thing was, everyone got pneumonia all of a sudden. Everyone close to Puff all of a sudden got pneumonia. Like
Well,
it's just
yeah, they said that they said people were originally saying that Jamie Foxx took the vaccine and this is what happened, which is so stupid, man. But yeah, we don't know who else died of pneumonia around Puff. Was there other people? I'm not sure. I'm not.
oh
aware
yeah,
of it.
his wife. What's it called? Kim Porter.
That's what they
Kim
said.
Porter,
He
yep.
poisoned her. Yeah.
Yep. Pneumonia, and then someone else, and then now Jamie Foxx. Like, yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
a sick human being who was denied bail again by Jay's cousin. You see the judge?
Jay's cousin is a South Indian dude who is now presiding over the case.
Listen, so what I was saying, I wanted to see how good you guys are at this, okay? Because you guys, listen, we are at very tricky times right now. You don't know who's what and what's where. So I have a bunch of pictures, and I want you guys to say trans or not trans. I want to
Do you
see
know the answer to these?
I know the answer to these, yes. And I want to see how accurate you guys are here.
No.
Okay, Jay?
Jay?
No.
Yes, she's trans.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Go to
Fuck.
number two and move around a little bit.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Sensing a
Yeah.
pattern here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously that one.
That's a hard jawline. Yeah.
This might be a trick one. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Ah, fuck.
Go ahead. Next.
Yes. Hard yes.
No.
Hard yes.
The woman.
What?
Wait, is that the Love and Hip Hop chick? Is that Jocelyn?
I think so. All right, next.
Oh, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
No.
Ronda Rousey. No, this is
Oh. All right, man. Anyway, that was just to prove to you guys, be careful this holiday season. Because you might find an eggnog in the wrong place.
yeah. You guys be careful. I'm good.
Hey, no, Dose, you
Hey.
might get spiked by Diddy. Who knows what happens? You know what I'm saying? You got to come home and tell your wife, I woke up and I was being dangled on the balcony. She can't even get mad at you for that one, bro. That's how so crazy it is, man. You got to be careful. I didn't realize this many guys are drugging chicks, you know? Usually the girls that want to sleep with me drug themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Friends, no.
All right, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna end the episode with one Sopranos. Listen, we haven't done this in a while. We're gonna talk about Sopranos. I love this clip. Like I told you guys, I'm rewatching it for the 5,871th time. This is one of my favorite clips, just because it brings me so much laughter. And we're gonna talk about the clip. You know what?
Make me sick. So, what's it got to do with you? Listen, Pally, I need to be rebellious. I raise kids.
Okay,
Wanna
pause it
smack
right
too?
there.
Give it-
Pause it. Let me ask you guys this. This is why this is so funny. If I thought of a Puerto Rican promiscuous girl, that's the last thing I'm thinking about is some goth kid. I'm thinking about voluptuous booty. I'm thinking about beautiful curls, face, so much sexuality. Last thing I'm thinking about is some fucking weird goth guy kid. Like, the fact that they came up with that line, I don't even know how it happened, but it made me laugh so hard because it doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely no sense at all. Absolutely no sense at all. How does a kid dress like a gothic schmuck Looks like a Puerto Rican whore.
It's just one of those things you just laugh and we accepted it, even though it was like what? Like it made no sense at all.
I mean, has Phil Rizzuto, Phil Leonardo,
Phil Leotardo.
Retardo ever freaking seen a Puerto Rican woman? Jesus Christ.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. All right, that's how we're going to end the show. We have a lot of shit we didn't get into today, unfortunately. But again, we are over the time and we'll save it for another week. Next week, we got a special episode, episode 21, Jay's episode, where it'll be Jay's all Jay all the time, and me and Dose will be on the sidelines, so like it usually is the other way around. But yeah, listen, guys, be jolly, be happy. Remember, watch out for the eggnog because it might have some shit in it. And yeah, man, we'll see you next week, man.